Scoodly doodly doo, it's time for another Welch review. Scoodly doodly doo doo.
Good evening, gang. Welcome to another episode of the Welch Review. Appreciate you stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about A24's Icelandic, I believe we call this a family drama. We could say that. Yeah, a woolly family drama. Blah blah. Anyway, it's called Lamb. And Lamb stars Numi Rapace as Maria, and you might recognize her as the original Lisbeth Salander in the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo trilogy before they adapted it over here in the States. She was also in Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows, Prometheus, and The Drop with Tom Hardy. You also have Hilmer Snare Gunnarsson as Ingvar, and I apologize if I butchered any of your name, sir. And he was in a film called Reykjavik, A White Day, and Blackport. You have Bjorn Hilnor Haraldsson as Peter, and he was in the films Homecoming, You're Killing Me, and also in Blackport, so they already worked together, which is pretty cool. Then you have Lara Bjork Hall as the voice of Ada, and this is her first film role. So Numi Rapace is the only actor that I'm familiar with from this cast. In terms of director, it was directed by Vladimir Johansson, and he did special effects on The Tomorrow War, which was on Amazon with Chris Pratt, and Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. So he's worked on some pretty big movies. This was also written by Sojan, and they wrote Dancer in the Dark and the upcoming film The Northman. So that one actually looks very interesting, and I'm sure we'll do a review on this channel for that. Now, Lamb opens on a farm in Iceland, and this couple, Maria and Ingvar, have a sheep farm, right? They have a ton of sheep. And at first, it seems rather desolate, right? Like if you look at a desert. But instead, it's like a snowstorm, right? And it's like snow, 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 and then it brings us in on the farm. So it's cool that it shows how vast it is, like the vastness of nothing, and then it just boom brings us right into like their lives. And there's definitely been some hardship there, right? Not necessarily with their business of farming, but within the starting of their own family. And I don't want to give too much away because it's crucial to the film. But as they're going about their day to day, right? It's birthing season, right? So the sheep are giving birth to little baby lambs, and one lamb seems to have a little bit something different of a baby, as it's not all completely lamb. It is, that's where we'll pause, right? That's where we'll pause right there for you to see. And in terms of, it's a very, forgive me, it's a very bizarre take on a movie. However, it is a very good movie, and the fact that it like stays with you and it makes you like think, and because once said thing occurs, you get to watch this family who seems like they were broken and lost kind of find their way again back to each other through this anomaly occurring. And just as, it seems like just as things are too good to be true, then, they get thrown curveballs. And I think in that way, this movie is very much kind of a depiction of life, right? Every family has its ups and downs, right? It's not all easy. There are certain hurdles everyone jumps over, or baggage that everyone's carrying. So I think they really take an issue that, or not issue, I don't think that's the right word. They take something that people can and do and are going through in families, and other, not just one thing, but like, I guess we'll say it, the hardship of when you're not having kids, or there's a miscarriage, or something rough in that aspect, beyond rough, right? Like I don't mean to downplay that. That's, painful in many ways I can't begin to imagine. My condolences to anyone watching that. And then you have like the brother who clearly is into the wife. So I guess what I'm trying to get at the long way around is the film depicts hurdles and issues families may or may not contend with that are real. But it's doing this with a fantasy or folklore-esque element, which is impressive. It's impressive that they could do that. Given the scope, right, they have this vastness of Iceland, but they zero us in on this little farm. I think that's really cool. It makes it for a very contained set, right? You see the sheep area, the house, outdoors in various places. They utilize all of that extremely well. And everyone gives a really good performance, right? Like you feel for, the couple, you feel for them a lot. You're happy to see them grow back together. I think that's really something special to be able to capture on film. The brother is definitely a huge tool, and you're like, damn you, Peter, you suck. I hate you. And then even with the anomaly, you think, oh wow, that's that's real cool. They're like a family, But the ending, man, the ending comes out of flipping nowhere, right? Just comes out of nowhere. And then this is kind of a spoiler. The ending, kind of pissed me off. It's just like, what? Like, you got what you wanted, then some stuff goes down, and they just leave it with Maria, right? Noomi Rapace's character just going like this. And it fades to black, and it's like, what? That can't be the end, right? Because you got to fight for what you want. And I don't want to give away what the ending is, but it's craziness, right? Because you're like, wait, what? But if when you watch the ending and you see what happens to the husband and what does the thing to the husband, you then connect with it's in the beginning, the scene where you see this sheep come in and then just collapse on the floor. Then things start to make sense, like, oh, so that plus that equals this. And it was interesting, and I think, not that I think they will make it, but there certainly could be a Lamb 2. I would be very interested in watching that, because we know Maria's still alive, Ada's still alive, the certain thing I'm referring to without saying it is still alive. She could still do something to change the course of this, and by she, I mean Maria could do something differently. Yeah, it leaves the door open. I don't know if A24 will do that, or if, Vladimir Johansson and Sojourn will do this, but it'd be really cool to see them explore this world a little bit more. Once you get over, the initial, what? The flippity flop? You buy into it, and you're there, and you're like, yeah, okay, it's a little strange, but, life is strange. You buy into that stuff, and you forget about it, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm along for this ride. So I hope there's a Lamb 2. And I guess if I had a title, one of my coworkers, Stephanie, she's called The Sheepening. So if it's Lamb 2, The Sheepening, black sheep, or yeah, maybe not that part, but definitely The Sheepening. That would be cool. I don't know. Maybe in the comments if you think about it, right? Or if you're watching this on the Public Access channel, think about that. What would be a good sequel for Lamb 2 that's sheep-related, right? That's something to ponder, right? Sheep-related movies, right? Watch Lamb. It's worth your time. I really feel like there could be a sequel. Something to think about. But in any case, guys, I appreciate you sharing your evening with me. Stay gold, true believers, and I'll see you next time.